Guess what? It's that time of year again. We need to beat the heat. Temperatures are rising. We're in the midst of summer, and we need to find some places that maybe can help you beat the heat. So I'm going to give you 9 places to beat the temperatures when they're rising. Hey, I'm Steven Rotsart, a local real estate agent, and what I want to do is provide you in this video 9 ways to beat the heat as temperatures rise here in East San Diego County. First and foremost, and one of my things that my family's always at, is the public pools. There are so many different places that you can go ahead and beat the heat by getting wet. So we have 2 main public pools in East County, Fletcher Hills Community Pool, and then we also have La Mesa Municipal Pool. One of my favorites. My family are lifeguards there. They're employed by the city of La Mesa, so I look forward to everybody coming and visiting and give them some insights. I even have had them check in and said, hey, I've seen your family's video. So check in over at La Mesa Municipal Pool, say hi to my family, but just a great way to beat the heat. Those aren't the only pools in town though, but we'll come back to that. Now, the next way you can beat the heat is obviously a public gym. We've got some great options in East County. We have 24-hour fitness. We have Planet Fitness. Just great ways to beat the heat. Fully air-conditioned facilities. I would highly recommend if you want to still get your physical activity in, but you don't want to sweat it when it's over 100 degrees, make sure you go and visit our private gyms that are membership only. Do realize that. Now, the third way on the list, and this is probably one of my best facilities for all the above, is our local YMCAs. We have several YMCAs here in East County, and they have swimming pools. So outside of our public pools, we also have our local YMCAs where we can get our gym equipment on if we want to get a sweat on, but then we also have them for swim. The Rancho San Diego has a wonderful, wonderful spray ground for kids. Great place to take them. They also have an indoor water area, so if you're temperature sensitive, great for that. But then if you head out to Santee, they have a fantastic water slide. My kids love it. Just a great way to beat the heat and keep those bodies cool during the summertime. Especially during the summer, the best way, and my kids are guilty of this because we're involved in sports activities and sometimes there's some downtime in between. My number 4 place to go beat the heat, it's at the movie theater. So if you got a break in between games, or let's just say that you want to get out of the house and do something different, go to your local Cineplex, and we have some great ones from Parkway Plaza, Rancho San Diego, Grossmont Center, and even Santee. We all have locations that we can get to beat the heat, right, and go see your favorite movie, or maybe a new release. I heard Deadpool just came out. Anyways, not to say one of my favorites, but I have to admit, going to the movie theater is one of the best ways to go ahead and beat the heat here in East County. Let's say you're looking for something a little bit more entertaining, especially for the adult life. My number 5 option on the list is head to your local casino. Now, we have a lot of options in East County for different casinos. So make sure that you find one that's close to you. It's convenient. But on top of that, get there because they have wonderful air-conditioned facilities, some great entertainment, and then on top of all of those things, have some wonderful restaurants inside. Spend the day, go ahead and have a dinner there, and enjoy yourself in a fully climate-controlled environment. A great way to beat the heat in East County. One of the things that we don't have a lot of though in East County though is indoor shopping malls. So one way to beat the heat, we do have an indoor shopping mall that can get you, is our local shopping center at Parkway Plaza. Now, we do have other malls. They have other options inside those stores. Of course, they have wonderful air conditioning systems. Even our local Costco does, for all that matter. You can hang out in the refrigerated section. But our indoor mall at Parkway Plaza, fully air conditioned, keeping you out of the sun and out of the heat. Great way to beat the heat for East County. The other option, and number 7 on my list, a lot of people don't realize this, but public libraries are a wonderful location to beat the heat. Fully air conditioned. The county does a great job of providing an avenue to pick up on your local books or anything that you might be doing some research on, but you can also beat the heat at the same time, especially in those peak periods of the day, maybe 11 to 2 or 11 to 3, where you really got to get out of the heat. Visit your local library. Come on in. You don't need a membership to go ahead, only if you want to check a book out. So come and visit your local library, take a look at some research or maybe even a book that just came out that you've always been wanting to catch up on, and you can beat the heat at the same time. Now, we're getting down to the list and there's only a few spots left, but after all that heat, one of the things that we need to make sure that we have are some cold drinks. So number 8 on my list is a couple places that you can beat the heat with some cold drinks. Now, my favorite spot, Jamba Juice, of course. My Grossmont Center Jamba Juice, all my friends that work there, they do a great job. They get the drinks in and out. You can order through the app, hang out inside. It is air conditioned, but refreshing drink that you can have really is a way to beat the heat. But that's not the only option. Public Square Coffee House, downtown La Mesa. Also, one of my favorites to beat the heat. My iced coffee, top notch. I love them over there at Public Square. They do a great job serving up the cold drinks when the heat is hot. So make sure you go visit them if you're trying to beat the heat here in East County. Now, my last place should be kind of standard. Everybody knows that when it gets really hot, you don't feel like cooking. So let's go out to a restaurant. So my last and number 9 place to beat the heat is to go out and find a restaurant here in East County. I have 2 favorites, really. My first, it's the Hills in La Mesa. I love the Hills. Go visit them. They do have air conditioning. They also do leave it open as well. You got a back patio, so when the sun does go down and it cools off a little bit, but inside in the bar area, they have wonderful, wonderful hamburgers, one of my favorite places. And don't forget the fried dill pickles. I love those. The other place I like, Janet's Cafe. Now, most people don't really know about this hidden gem, but it's in Santee. Wonderful air-conditioned facility, but some of the best food. I love Janet's Cafe out in Santee. So here are 9 spots in East County for you to find a way to go and beat the heat when the temperatures keep rising. So I hope you got some value out of this. If you have a favorite spot in East County and a way to beat the heat, leave it in the comments below. I'd love to hear about it. And if you got any value out of this, make sure you like and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in.